slacking in terms of cold opens, so I need you guys to say something really funny right now.
I got something for you. I got something funny for you. You ready?
I'm excited. I'm jazzed up. Bring it on.
Both these nuts.
Hey, do you guys know Philip? Philip D's nuts. These nuts. Welcome to Bracket, the only show where we take a bunch of shit, face it off against another bunch of shit to see what the best shit really is. I'm your host, Cullen Jennings, and joining me today is John Abbott.
Hey, I'm John. I'm going to do the whole show in my pajamas tonight.
Nice. Don't forget about Jesse Knowles.
Hey, I'm Jesse, and I guess I'm just fated to pull for Astro Boy for no reason up until the end.
All right, and Emmy-nominated creator and author of Dragon Ball Z, Greg L. Mercer.
Hi, I'm Greg L. Mercer, and my waifu is Nina Mori from Flagrant.
Dragon Ball Z won an Emmy?
Yep.
Now it did.
It sure did. I won 10 Emmys.
Greg did. And we've got a special guest this week. We've got Brennan Williams, professional weeaboo and NFL player.
What's going on, guys? My sole purpose here is to make sure that Dragon Ball Z doesn't win.
I love it!
Oh my god!
Yes!
Oh my god! Oh my
because
god!
Dragon Ball Z is the plebeian's choice.
See, one thing you have to understand is this show, all we do is piss people off.
The bat.
So
this
we're gonna
whole
have so
show
much
just
fun.
got turned on its head from moment one.
Cullen, go ahead and read the 16. Let's get into this. I'm excited now.
All right, guys. So we're going to do the best Toonami show. We've got 16 of them right here. And in round one in Group A, Sailor Moon versus One Piece. And Group B, we have Big O versus Cyborg 009. In Group C, we have Tenchi, all of the variations of Tenchi, versus Gundam Wing. We have in Group D, Reboot versus Rurouni Kenshin. We have in Group E, Yu Yu Hakusho versus Dot Hack Sign. We have Group F, Zoids versus Naruto. In Group G, we have IGPX versus Hamtaro. And in Group H, we have Dragon Ball Z versus Outlaw Star. So, right away, round one in Group A, Sailor Moon versus One Piece. Anyone care to take a stab at it?
I mean, this is a tough one.
You can't stab Luffy because he's made out of rubber.
True. And I don't think you can get close enough to any of the Sailor Scouts with a knife.
I mean, they're really good at like throwing tiaras and bubbles.
And you'll get a restraining order.
That too.
Yes.
If Queen Beryl can't take them down, then I certainly can.
I have not actively been a fan of either one of these shows. Much. I don't like that fact. I have a lot of respect for Sailor Moon, and One Piece is one of those shows where when I was younger, I didn't really see the appeal, and now that I'm older, I look at it and I'm like, that looks like a lot of fun. I wish I could get into something that long.
It's too late.
Yeah, exactly. I'll never get on that shit.
That's actually going to be my first just reason for not voting for One Piece is because I have a rule with my animes and they have to be over. So I'm going with Sailor Moon right now.
I too longingly look at One Piece and I'm like, oh, that looks like so much fun. Like you got a character design that like the creator said he made because he wanted it to move in an interesting way in animation and like. But it's just, there's too much. There's just too much.
And I feel like I'm going to regret it in the end because I felt the same way about Naruto. And when it ended, I was like, oh man, I wish I would have stayed along for the ride. But then I was like, no, I didn't. They suffered through that. So I'll just get the clip notes when it's all over.
I will say, in One Piece's defense, like, I don't think anything else that I can think of counts more as an adventure than One Piece.
Yeah, it's they're pirates, but they have like crazy powers. Like that, it's an amazing concept. I'm gonna vote Sailor Moon as well.
The question to me is which of these is more edited by U.S. standards? And like,
well, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
like One Piece has had all the guns, all the cigarettes cut out, but Sailor Moon like had an entire lesbian relationship turned into cousins and all kinds of stuff.
And everybody survives.
Yeah, I'm writing a screenplay right now called Magical Girl, so I have to go Sailor Moon.
Right answer.
But One Piece is real good.
In that case, Sailor Moon probably already won, so I'm going to go throw a vote to One Piece. Piece because I don't want it to get like swept or anything.
I would have been fine with it getting swept, but Cullen, where's your vote?
I'm going to be a One Piece vote, and here's the thing: I'm still watching, or I'm like mostly done with the new series of Sailor Moon, and I really enjoy it. I know a lot of people just hate it, but
Crystal, is that where
yeah, Crystal, and I actually enjoy it. And everyone's like, the art style's terrible. And I'm like, just have a fucking good time. Like, just enjoy it for what it is.
Enjoy the pretty stuff. Jeez.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's fine. And but One Piece is an absolute blast. I've recently, I'm pretty far into it now, and I didn't want to admit that. And
when did that happen behind our backs? How did we not know that this was going on?
I dare say it happened at MagFest earlier.
The ride never ends.
It started at MagFest earlier this year. So yeah. So Sailor Moon knocks out One Piece 3-2. We have Big O versus Cyborg 009.
You're killing me. You are murdering me with this one.
This is the worst.
You are like, this is tearing my heart out.
Well, so this is especially hard for Greg here because Greg.
Oh yeah, I'm
Greg
the resident robot fucker.
And I know how much Greg loves Alice.
This is hot robot on robot action.
Dorothy is who you're thinking of.
Dorothy.
Yeah.
Dorothy Wainwright. Literally, like from ages 14 to 15, like my 800 by 600 computer desktop background was like Dorothy and a really poorly MS painted like, is it wrong to love a fictional character? I was the worst.
But also, like Cyborg 009 is like X-Men, but for robots.
I know.
The thing I love about Cyborg 009 is that like it's this. I don't know who made it. It's a really old show in Japan. Yeah, a really old series. And I don't know who originally made it, but like I love that it's a similar sort of thing with Tezuka, where you know like his show like Astro Boy and you got like Blackjack and stuff like that. Like I love shows that continually come back and being remade and redesigned.
Like
Cyborg 009. Yes, exactly. And Cyborg 009 is cool. It's cool. It's cool in a very retro. Ancient kind of retro.
Yeah. And what I love about it, that's my favorite. I've said it before. It's my favorite period of anime, like aesthetically.
Yeah.
Is that like 70s to 60s, where they haven't become moe blogs yet, but they look pretty cool and manly and stuff.
And it's such a good period, especially for action, which Cyborg 009 nails. But I have to vote for Big O. I mean, it was one of my first like really deep anime loves. I think stylistically, it's just gorgeous.
It is.
The noir sci-fi thing will always even outside of anime, noir sci-fi is my thing for real.
It is very, very cool that Big O was basically like a love letter to Western animation, and for people who are not like especially into anime, you could look to Big O and say, well, I really like that Batman animated series. I'm going to check out that Big O.
Well, that's what they pushed it as. On all the previews, it was Batman with a robot, right?
Yeah. And it's a beautiful giant Art Deco robot. It's just so much cooler than anything else I've ever seen.
And Dorothy is such waifu material.
Oh, she so is.
There are points I have to make against Cyborg 009. I mean, I dislike the fact that, and there's not much you can do to change it, but I dislike the fact that like out of 9 main characters, there's only 1 female character.
But they got an Indian in there. They never have Indians in there.
That's true. That is true.
Native American, sorry.
I actually know more about Cyborg 009 than Big O. I've seen more of Cyborg 009. I'm going to go ahead and throw a vote to Cyborg 009.
John, Colin?
I am coming in hot. Big O. There was something about that whole play for that first season. You're like, okay, I get this show. This is kind of neat. And then they flipped the script the second season. And everything was different, but in a really good way. And I don't think there's a lot of things that was, I guess, in a weird American animation style. I don't know that's like that can just kind of pull you in the way that Big O did for me. So I'm a Big O vote. Sorry, Cyborg.
John?
Where are our votes right now?
It is 2-1 in favor of Big O.
I hate to do it. I'm gonna go Big O as well.
That's fine.
What's important for me, we haven't pointed out yet, is that Toonami funded the last season of that show.
Right. It was specifically funded through the whole entire thing because the studio didn't want to do it anymore because they weren't making any money. Yeah. Yes, the second season pretty much is. Yeah.
And I love Cyborg 009. There's multiple series in like incarnations of it. The one that I saw originally, like I think it's just as like in its own way as good looking as Big O. Like the character designs in Cyborg 009 are awesome looking, but I'm gonna give the edge to Big O.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and do that too, as much as I love Cyborg 009. I don't believe in moral victory, so I'm not going to throw any pity points that way. But Big O is like maybe like it's darn near a perfect anime.
Yeah.
So
It's a good show. I've never seen it. I don't want to like go into like spoilers or anything. I think I heard something about the ending being like messed up.
It's pretty
They messed up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Big O knocks out Cyborg 009 4-1. We've got Tenchi Muyo, all of his variations versus Gundam Wing.
All right, I'm going to come in
is
here
it
real
just
quick.
Gundam Wing? Because
Yes.
is it, or is it all the
just Gundam.
variations?
Gundam Wing specifically.
I want to come in here real quick and say this
boy.
right now. I don't like Gundam. I'm not a big Gundam fan. Gundam Wing is fucking garbage, okay?
Whoa.
It's awful. It's awful. I watched everything about it. I saw all 50 episodes. I watched that damn movie. It is an awful.
Are you sure you didn't
awful
watch
show.
nothing?
I watched every single episode and I couldn't tell you a single thing about it because it's nothing but it's stupid. It's awful. There's no characters. There's no plot. There's
Mostly
no
space meetings.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
I won't lie, there are a lot of space meetings in there. But did you not see
like
the
it
part
because
with
you
Death
watched
Sight?
it? You watched it because you were a kid and you liked the cool robots with the cool weapons. That's the only reason why you like that goddamn.
Jesse,
Time out,
are there
Jesse.
other reasons to like anything? I don't understand.
And
here.
time out, Jesse. I wasn't a kid.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
point.
old, right?
That's true. Cullen was born as a fossil.
I, however, absolutely love Tenchi Muyo, and I just I could go on about different. Every variation is pretty much the same exact thing, and they try to make it a little different. Even that last one was like kind of weird.
Well,
but
I'll tell you this. I loved Tenchi Muyo when it was on Toonami, but I know for a fact if I went back and watched it now, I would hate it.
Muyo, you probably wouldn't. Everything else, you probably would.
I mean, it's that show is like those it's like a creepy harem anime, right?
That's baby's first harem anime.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it. Yeah.
I'm not
You're not
okay
wrong.
with that as
You're
like a
not
show
wrong.
dynamic. I'm not cool with that. So
You're absolutely not wrong. I don't like really either of these shows.
Oh man.
But I don't know. I don't care about Gundam either. I'm not gonna vote yet because I don't.
Even by Gundam standards, Gundam Wing is on the lower tier.
Wasn't it? I'm not like a big Gundam
depends.
fan. or anything.
It was like the first. It was honestly the one that like everybody jumped on and was like, "Holy shit, this is cool, robots!" And then and then the other ones came along, and everybody's like, "Oh wait."
Was it not the first like more because Gundam is another ancient series that goes back to
Right.
like the 60s? Was it not one of the more modern ones with your pretty shonen boys? And so
I
maybe
believe I
Yes.
heard something along the lines of the creators actually made it sort of as a joke at first, making the cast a bunch of pretty boys because that had never happened in Gundam. Like Gundam was exclusively about politics. It was not supposed to be about character designs and like latching on to designs
I'm
like that.
stepping in here. Gundam Wing was like, before I even knew what role-playing was, Gundam Wing was the first thing I role-played in AOL Instant Messenger 3.0. I am the biggest fucking Troa Barton fan in the world. Heavy Arms is the best mech that's ever existed.
Jesus
I like things about
You're
Tenchi.
just
I'm a
spitting
Gundam
fire.
vote, and
right,
everyone
hey,
else can get out of my office.
Greg, high five me because I'm also gonna go with Gundam Wing.
If
Colin, thank you.
we're digging deep into like shameful internet history,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Tenchi Muyo is on a whole other side of that.
Sure.
the baby's first hentai.
John, who was your favorite Tenchi character?
the gray-haired lady.
Ryoko.
Ryoko.
Everybody liked Ryoko.
Everybody, I'm still into her.
Also, like there was a lot of like weird nudity in that where she didn't have any nipples.
Sure.
Yeah.
You don't
There was
have
a
to
lot of
remind me. But I also remember liking the like short red-haired scientist one.
Wow, shit.
Yeah, I think I was a fan of her.
I guess I'm gonna vote Tenchi Muyo now that you guys have got like now that I'm
you've
backed into this corner.
awakened your passion.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm going to throw my vote to Tenchi because God, look, I sat through all of Gundam Wing and I walked out of that show saying,
It's
I have
okay, Jesse.
never seen something more forgettable and average than Gundam
You
Wing.
had it's fine. It's fine.
I will
I think
say,
our guest has to break a tie.
Brennan, it is down to you.
I'm gonna go with Gundam.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Because
an
it should have been all variations of Gundam. Of all of them, like a million of them were on a Toonami.
Now, if this were what's that?
8th MS Team was the one I liked.
What's the one with the tournaments that they actually had?
G Gundam. G Gundam. Should be on this
G
list.
Gundam.
G Gundam.
Yeah.
I would root for till the end.
Well, we can come back and make a best Gundam show bracket at some point.
I'm sure we
probably could. Yeah. Gundam Wing knocks out Tenchi Muyo, or all variations of Tenchi, 3-2. We got Reboot versus Rurouni Kenshin.
I never got into Rurouni Kenshin. I'm a Reboot vote.
Well, okay, so I had an older cousin who was like my bridge into like Toonami and all of this stuff, and he and I never like bothered to look this up or like confirm this. So maybe you guys will know what I'm talking about. He like spun me this like legend basically that there was a Rurouni Kenshin movie in which there was so much blood that it caused a red ink shortage in Japan.
Oh God!
Are they talking about
he
Samurai X?
he told me that, and I was so like amazed by that thought that I went out to like I was in like a Best Buy and saw like a Rurouni Kenshin movie and bought it thinking this must be it, and it was not.
No, guys, I don't kill anybody anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was just people
Boring.
talking for like 40 minutes. So
Red ink shortage. That sounds preposterous.
That
that's
doesn't
what
even
I'm
make
saying.
sense.
Again, I was like 11 or something. So I
I will say, Rurouni Kenshin is one of those shows that I got really, really into as a kid. I actually never got into Reboot. Here's a fun fact about me as a kid. I was scared over a lot of weird things, and Reboot was one of them.
Oh my gosh, it looks horrible.
Yeah.
it is pretty like
It looked
ghastly to
bad
look
back
at now.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
frightened me.
Hexadecimal is like pretty.
Hexadeximal's
frightening.
another weird thing with me.
Oh boy, of course.
Whatever. Fuck you guys.
You like your robot women?
I like my robot women. Whatever. Fuck this. I hate bracket.
When we were making this, I thought Rurouni Kenshin. Excuse me, everybody. Let me get blasted here. I thought it was Samurai Champloo for a second, and totally just skimmed over it, and was like, "Hell yeah, Samurai Champloo," and didn't even think about it being Rurouni Kenshin. And there's no chance in hell that gets a vote for me. So Reboot.
I'm going to Rurouni Kenshin because that was my first manga.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that movie exists, it's gonna how that will influence how I vote. Does anybody
There is.
know?
I
The only
searched
thing
it.
I
I
can
didn't
think
see
of.
anything.
The only thing I can.
There are some
there's-
like Samurai X stuff, which
Yes.
I think was before he was all friendly.
That's
Sam-
right. That's
Yeah,
what
he
my
was
cousin
super
said.
violent,
He was like the movie takes place before he decided not to kill people anymore, and
Samurai
he kills
X-
everybody.
Before he
Samurai
started
X is
shooting
a-
people with the blunt edge of his sword.
Right.
Just the Wikipedia article for Rurouni Kenshin says the full title is Rurouni Kenshin Meiji Swordsman Romantic Story. So
Yeah, it goes. It goes to the
I don't
next
know if
round
the
for
blood
that
is the
long
draw.
name.
You know what? I'm gonna toss Reboot a vote just because it's one not anime we've got on here.
That's true.
That's fair.
Who hasn't voted?
I think that's everyone.
You didn't count.
I missed somebody.
I'm a Reboot vote.
That is 4-1 Reboot, right?
No,
No,
it's
actually,
okay.
I'll
Jesse,
vote.
you didn't vote.
Oh, it's my bad. I said I'll throw one to Rurouni Kenshin.
Okay. it's good.
All right. Reboot knocks out Rurouni Kenshin 3-2. We have Yu Yu Hakusho versus Dot Hack Sign.
I'm perfectly content being the only Dot Hack vote. I don't,
Yeah, you
I
be
don't
that
care for
because
I don't care for Yu Yu Hakusho. Dot Hack was a thing I got hard into. So
You didn't like
Yeah.
the original Bleach?
I am. Yeah. That's fine. Like Dot Hack is a show that is one of the shows that I wished I could get into. Yu Yu Hakusho is a show that I was super into. This is an easy vote for me. I love anything silly and fun about the supernatural like that. I was really, really into Yu Yu Hakusho. to the point where-
was so good.
Oh my god. I think at one point I remember thinking as a kid, I think I like this more than Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, I'm a Yu Yu Hakusho vote.
Well, back then you had to keep it to yourself. You couldn't
Before you
be
got
shunned.
before you got
Look, I've been put in a locker. I know what's up.
I love Yu Yu Hakusho. I think it deserves to move on. I'm gonna go with Greg though for
John, you're the best. Thank
And
you.
it's because, and we've talked about it on the show here before, like, I was addicted to EverQuest growing up. And when I suddenly found out there was a TV show about people who were, like, living in an MMO, I was like, that's my dream.
Everybody
So-
who likes Sword Art Online needs to get out their fucking torrent client and go look up .hack sign right now.
I actually, my thing with .hack
They'd
was
hate
I
it.
love the game so much more than I love
Oh,
the
yeah.
TV show, because the game was everything I loved about an MMO without actually having to deal with people.
Yeah, I didn't have any social
The
anxiety.
show
which is
was
nice.
bad.
The .hack is almost exclusively talking. I don't think anyone who wants a show about MMOs would want .hack. .hack
Guess
is-
what, Jesse? Get out of my office.
I'm not criticizing .hack. I'm just saying it's not what you're looking for. If
The
that's what
music
you-
is super good though.
the music is amazing.
Cullen, go ahead and vote for Yu Yu Hakusho so we can move on.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Yu Yu Hakusho because Kuwabara forever. So
You're right. Kuwabara forever.
all right, Yu Yu Hakusho knocks out .hack sign 3-2. We got Zoids versus Naruto.
Real quick, my name's BitCloud.
What?
No one gets
Is that the main character
It's the main
of
character from,
Zoids?
Whatever.
I didn't get that.
I don't remember. Let me tell you this. I don't remember a damn character in Zoids. I remember how cool the animal robots were.
Yeah.
But they always got beat up.
So does Daredevil, and he's fun. He's cool.
Yeah, but he's good.
It's kind of his gimmick.
I don't super care about Zoids, but Naruto is like famous for having ruined Toonami. Well, no, I mean
yes.
like not even in the sense
No,
of being low
it
quality,
was-
but they spent all of their money on it.
They
and-
spent all their money and they
couldn't
didn't
sustain it
recoup they didn't get the advertising because the ratings weren't there. And now when it plays now with the what is it the
the
I can't remember what
time
the
skip, the Shippuden.
Shippuden.
yeah, people really like that one now, and that one's gotten really good ratings now, so it's actually pulling in like funds. So but man, I've tried to watch Zoids. I tried to watch Zoids when it aired. I tried to watch Zoids like a year ago because one of my friends, hey Colin, really liked Zoids.
I got way into Zoids too when it was airing. I really liked it.
Like when it
Yeah.
came on, I watched like every episode, and then I was like, "What the fuck did I just watch?" While I'm part of the Hidden Leaf Village, so I'm a Naruto vote.
I did not care anything about Naruto. I absolutely love Liger Zero. I'm gonna vote Zoids.
Brennan.
Well, actually, interesting thing about Naruto is actually what killed Toonami for me.
Yeah.
Because I was actually, I fell off it because I stopped caring. But when I was a kid, that was the first show that I actually jumped ahead. Like I was like, oh, well, I can't wait, so I'm just gonna go online and I'm going to watch it in Japanese.
Oh,
and then I've been watching simulcast ever since.
It instigated.
So Naruto passes by way of killing Toonami for me. Actually, either that killed Toonami for me, or when they stopped doing awful dub theme songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they started getting lazy,
Yeah, when they just skipped it.
or they just played the Japanese one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I want ya yo.
Man, we didn't even mention that during One Piece. They
You
have a
should
whole
have.
rap.
Yeah.
I actually think that like
The rap's
weird
great!
One Piece rap is like the best thing about that weird dub. Like
Awful dub theme songs are my favorite thing in the world.
I guess I'm a Zoids vote. Naruto's tough for me to get into. I don't understand if do they have toilets? Do they have cars? What's the deal? What's the technology level here? You're all magic ninjas, but how do you?
They don't have to go to the bathroom or travel anywhere. They can
Yeah,
just get there.
But can they
It's called
make
Bleach.
phone calls? I don't.
They're telepathic, man. Everything is answered. It's all done.
I guess. In
That's why
Zoids, I
that's
know
why-
they can flush. So
You don't. Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Although Naruto did to ninjas what Twilight did to vampires, everything after the fact became Naruto
Yeah,
ninjas
yeah.
instead of classical T-shirt on head ninjas.
John, where's your
so
vote?
I think I'm actually gonna vote Naruto.
That's fine.
I don't.
John's wife
Yeah.
is Hinata. I get it.
That's not. I'm voting. You know what? I don't gotta explain myself. Move on.
John loves
I don't-
Sasuke.
Okay, fine. Now I do have to defend myself. I'm voting Naruto because I think, look, My opinions about anime have not been a secret on this show, and if you know me, and I think a lot of it's absolute horrible garbage, but I will say, I think the character designs in Naruto are all pretty cool. Like, they make some, like,
what a
really
weird show to have favorite character designs from.
I think they make some really, like anime is plagued by characters who all look the same, and that is not a problem in Naruto.
We just talked about Big O. You're going to tell me that Naruto has the best character design?
I didn't say best.
It makes sense that John's favorite show's character designs are one where a ninja wears bright orange.
That's good character design there.
Believe
All
it.
right.
Yep, good job.
Naruto knocks out Zoids 3-2. We got IGPX versus Hamtaro.
Okay, I need to
I'm gonna
explain
come
IGPX. I know John
hard
is a
and
Hamtaro.
fast as a Hamtaro vote.
IGPX is the only original Toonami production. It was created entirely for Toonami with assistance.
It's an American show, right?
With production IG, which made Ghost in the Shell though. So it's a collaboration. That was
still an IG show.
My fucking jam. I cannot get enough of IGPX.
Last
so
year,
much
I
about
got
it.
into it because of Greg talking about it and it being on, and
Colin, you're my
I fell in
favorite.
love. I fell in absolute love with the show because it's pretty dumb.
Oh, yeah.
But as it goes on, it does develop some pretty decent characters.
All
and
the
some
characters
cool
have a
racing.
really cool arc. Each of the
Yep.
teams are really interesting.
Just like Hamtaro.
That's true. You're right. Good
Name
job.
me anyone that's not Hamtaro.
The wild hamster
No.
who's like a miner. He's got
There's
like
that
a
white
hard
What's
hamster
his
with
name?
pigtails.
What's his name?
I don't have to know their names.
See.
Their names are all like Snuffly and like Choo Choo. I don't know.
No one
Snuffly and Choo
Hamtaro.
Choo is a lucky guess.
I'm just saying. Okay, like we were all probably of the age of when Hamtaro came out. We were all like, "What is this bullshit?"
Oh no, I was way into Hamtaro.
But
I was
how
like, I will
awesome-
buy
like,
into this.
How ballsy of a move for Toonami, who's known for these like action crazy shows, to put out a show about hamsters. Like, I love it.
I'm gonna
It's
drop
anime
It was a
guys.
pretty action crazy show if you watched it.
gonna drop a little nugget of truth on you guys.
Don't drop a
And
nugget on me.
It did not premiere on Toonami.
Oh,
It premiered
I-
at 11 o'clock during the day on regular Cartoon Network to appeal to children. And they
Right.
played an hour worth of it every day. And then it went to Toonami.
I'm still voting Hamtaro. It's Hamtaro time.
But
I've been meaning
That's
to
a not lazy dub theme too.
yeah, that's true.
yeah.
I've been meaning to watch IGPX ever since Greg brought it up like several years ago, I think. And it's sitting on my hard drive. I haven't seen it yet, but I really like Future Racers. I'm going to vote IGPX.
You guys
That's-
disgust me. Everyone is listening to this right now thinking, "What the hell is IGPX?" You guys
Well,
suck.
see, that's the thing. I feel like I've never
Jesse,
seen
you
it.
haven't seen it. How can you?
I
vote
haven't
for
seen it.
He can vote
Because I
however he
have
wants,
seen
John. It's
Hamtaro, and I know
bracket.
I
None of
don't
the
care
show
for
makes
it.
any sense.
I have seen Hamtaro. I know I don't care for it. IGPX, I feel like I never knew anyone who had watched it, so I feel like a lot of IGPX not being known about is because nobody actually gave it a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Brennan, where's your vote?
Yeah, I'm with IGPX too.
Yes!
Whenever they do something, whenever there is some kind of thing where America is working with Japan to make a TV show and we're kind of getting it first or anything like that, like with Space Dandy or IGPX, it makes me like warm and it makes my heart go doki doki.
It feels like the
I'm
X-Men vs.
leaving
Street
this
Fighter
show.
cover where Cyclops is shaking hands with Ryu.
I'm leaving this show. This is my last episode.
Colin.
Well, IGPX knocks out Hamtaro 4-1. Sorry, John. And my buddy Jeff he loved Hamtaro, but sorry. Dragon Ball Z versus Outlaw Star.
Outlaw Star.
Outlaw
This
Star.
is
Okay, wait.
Outlaw
Now, wait a
Star.
minute.
Ah! I love
Wait
it.
a minute.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, look.
I didn't have to die on the hill.
You guys are literally insane. Like, I understand you think Outlaw Star.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Okay, listen.
You don't have
Alright,
to talk
say what
about
you
it.
gotta
It's already
say.
got 3 votes. At least give the opposition a chance to say something.
Go for it.
You may think Outlaw Star is a better show, and sure, Dragon Ball Z has plenty of filler, and like it's like there are reasons to say like Dragon Ball Z ain't all that, but like come on. We wouldn't be doing this bracket if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z. Toonami wouldn't have lasted if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was like the thing that opened the floodgates to shows like this in this country. Dragon Ball Z deserves to make it past round 1. At least. It doesn't have to win the bracket, but it absolutely needs to make it past round 1.
Then it shouldn't have gone up against Outlaw Star. I'm sorry. You guys are the ones who insisted on it.
I'm actually kind of disappointed because like I thought that Dragon Ball Z, that's why I came in here with, guns blazing, because I assumed that Dragon Ball Z was a done deal. And I didn't realize that you guys had such excellent taste.
Exactly.
that your eyes weren't stained.
The votes haven't been locked yet. You can change your vote. That's a rule here.
So I am actually going to change my vote because I think Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
I think Dragon Ball Z will beat IGPX.
Oh fuck.
Okay, listen.
I'm a Dragon Ball Z vote. I'm a Dragon Ball Z vote.
I want to stop it before it gets to the end.
Here is my retaliation to that thing. Outlaw Star, Dragon Ball Z, they both kind of aired around the same time for me as a kid.
Outlaw Star on Toonami, you didn't even get to see the important episode that explained how he got his like other bullet or something, right?
No, you didn't. But I did recently rewatch Outlaw Star because I bought it on a box set. Dragon Ball Z and Outlaw Star aired around the same time for me as a kid, and whereas I grew up with both of them and I grew up and I loved them both, I left Dragon Ball Z behind as part of my childhood, whereas Outlaw Star I rewatched and thought, this is still cool. This is still something I genuinely enjoy. And Outlaws, look, first of all, it made a stupid idea like, hey, let's make spaceships do hand-to-hand combat. And it made that actually work.
Oh, it did. I had a...
Now, on top of that, it came up with the caster shells, which is basically like, well, what if we take wizards and we put their spells in bullets? So let's
but Goku could beat up everyone on that show.
Okay, here's the thing.
Wonderful.
You can go get a box set of Outlaw Star. A box set of Dragon Ball Z would cost $300,000.
Not if it ended where it was supposed to end after the Frieza
Outlaw
saga.
Star has a beginning and an ending.
Go get Kai.
The composer of Outlaw Star went on to make Shadow the Colossus, and
the music. I was just about to say I would vote it through just for now I'm not, but I would vote it through for the theme song.
Like it's very easy to be cynical about Dragon Ball Z, but you're kidding if you don't think.
I'm not being cynical about.
We've done a best Dragon Ball character episode before. We are not cynical about Dragon Ball Z.
No, I'm not saying Dragon Ball Z is bad. I'm saying that Outlaw Star means way more to me than Dragon Ball Z, and I'm not saying that unironically. Outlaw Star is my favorite thing on Toonami, without a doubt. And I mean, it had things like, I found out recently today that there's a character early on in the show who lasts for about 3 episodes named Hot Ice Hilda. And I found out that in the dub, she was voiced by Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, who is the singer of all that Silent Hill music that everyone loves. She's the one who sang all that music. And I thought that was like the coolest thing in the world to me.
That's really cool to see her sitting round 1 in a loss, because Dragon Ball Z's my vote. So, I get it. I love Outlaw Star. I think it's fantastic.
Okay, but what wins this bracket?
Hold on. No, let me get me out real quick. Dragon Ball Z, Outlaw Star, when I watched it finally, I was watching it at the same time as I watched Trigun, and I'm sorry I didn't give a shit as much as I do now about Outlaw Star as I did Trigun then. I am a Dragon Ball Z vote because without them, none of this would exist on Toonami. And I can't bury it like that.
Yeah, and I got to vote for it because for the same reason I voted for Rurouni Kenshin, which was my first manga. Dragon Ball Z was my first anime that I knew was an anime. So yeah.
Also, ain't nobody walking around with some flame shirts with Outlaw Star on them.
It is if they're a cool anime hipster like us.
I absolutely would. I would wear it, and
Jesse's cosplaying right now.
Yeah, what the fuck? I am Gene Starwind. Don't get in my face about this.
Right,
Dragon Ball Z knocks out Outlaw Star 3-2. So now we're into the second round with Sailor Moon versus Big O, Gundam Wing versus Reboot, Yu Yu Hakusho versus Naruto, and IGPX versus Dragon Ball Z.
Things are about to get bad.
Sailor Moon.
About to.
Sailor Moon versus Big O.
Oh,
Sailor Moon.
Robot waifus versus magical waifus.
Oh God.
Greg struggling.
I would I was trying to rack my brain of how I'm gonna vote, and I got a way to vote. I'm gonna vote Sailor Moon because I would rather hang out with. I never know what to call. Selena. What's her?
Serena, and it's not even Serena. It's Usagi.
Yeah, no, it's Usagi.
Well, I would rather hang out with her.
Gaijin.
I would rather. I'll wear that with pride. I would rather hang out with her than anyone from Big O. She's cool. She just wants to eat pizza and like be lazy.
Oh man!
And she saves the world when she has to. So I'm a Sailor Moon vote.
This really is caught so much. Like this is tearing me up inside. I have no idea how to vote.
She's got a talking cat. If my cat talked
vote.
to me, that'd be great.
Jesse, your Sailor Moon vote.
Yep.
Colin, where are you?
I'm a Big O vote. I love Sailor Moon, and I'm a Big O. But I'm going to go download and watch Big O tonight.
Brennan?
I'm going to go back to what we were saying about Sailor Moon and how heavily edited it was, and that I actually didn't watch the show until I rewatched it later on. So I'm going to go with Big O.
Oh, Greg, you have to break the tie.
Oh, Christ.
Robot waifus.
Oh, God, I really do love my robot.
Do you really?
Where's your waifu?
Do you really want to?
We have said the word
show.
waifu way too much in this episode. I can't take it anymore.
You shouldn't have invited me.
Greg?
Yeah.
Do you really want to dunk the reason why Magical Girl as a genre exists in North America?
He's not dunking them yet.
We get to the dirty toilet water, bro. Let's not even put that on now. Oh God, I'm never gonna forgive myself with either of these. Sailor Moon is more culturally relevant.
Don't. Big O's the perfect anime.
It really is. Shit. God damn it. Fuck. I feel like Big O is a more Toonami show.
It is.
It was funded. The second season was funded.
Gotta go.
Big O is like IGPX levels of Toonami.
John was joking about leaving the show, but I'm actually going to leave the show after this.
I'm so sorry. I gotta go Big O.
Yeah.
I got to be me.
Working with you guys.
I got to be true to myself.
All right. In a heavy battle, Big O comes out on top over Sailor Moon 3-2.
So sorry.
Thanks to Greg's vote, everybody.
Oh,
Greg's
no.
vote. We've got
I
Gundam
tried.
Wing versus Reboot.
I'm a
I'm voting
reboot.
reboot.
I'll vote Gundam Wing then.
I'm a
getting
Gundam Wing vote.
It's down to you, Brennan.
I swear to fucking God. if you
I
put
swear
Gundam Wing
it
for the next round.
should have been G Gundam. I swear.
It was
I'll
G
never
Gundam.
forgive you for
Fucking
this not
Gundam
being
Wing
G
into
Gundam.
the semifinals and not Outlaw Sword. I swear to fucking God, I will leave the show.
It's-
Jesse dropping F-bombs, y'all.
I'm gonna go with reboot with ugly reboot.
Go Bob.
Was it now? Question: isn't Reboot getting a reboot? Wasn't that a big
Who
thing?
knows?
for
I
a
don't
while?
think
Yeah.
so.
They've been talking
Reboot is
about
never getting a reboot.
Someone has been talking about reboot for like 10
Okay.
years. Like
That's what I thought. All right, so Reboot knocks out Gundam Wing 3-2. We got Yu Yu Hakusho versus Naruto.
Finally, sweet.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yu Yu Hakusho.
John
Sorry, Naruto.
Cullen.
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. There's no.
Objectively a better show.
Here it
There's-
comes.
there's-
John's
Kuwabara!
trying to piss people off.
There's
John, we ain't had a sweep yet.
there's something funny to me about the idea of continuing to vote for Naruto, but
Ironically.
but I can't do it. It's Yu Yu Hakusho.
All right, we get a second round sweep. Yu Yu Hakusho knocking out Naruto 5-0. We've got IGPX versus Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, so
Dragon
let me
Ball
make
Z.
an argument.
It's Dragon Ball Z.
IGPX is better, so there you go. Problem solved.
Is there anyone even remotely like? Is there anyone in that show that even comes close to being as like cool as like Piccolo or Vegeta? Like,
Yes, Takashi,
As
Liz,
cool as
Amy.
as
There's
cool
a
as
talking
Vegeta?
cat,
No.
John, you just said.
There's a talking
Well,
cat in
there's
Dragon
a talking
Ball Z
cat in
too.
Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, he
Okay,
gives
well,
sense-
the
makes
one
sense
in
to me.
IGPX has
He
like
has a
robot
cane.
shit tacked on.
He lives on a crazy tower thing.
See, here's the thing. I'm more inclined to vote Dragon Ball Z, but I don't want to vote for Dragon Ball Z after the shit that happened last round.
They took out Outlaw Star, Jesse.
There are 2 talking cats in Dragon Ball Z.
How perfect would it be if Dragon Ball Z lost to IGPX? I'm just
That's
saying.
not perfect. That doesn't make any
This is
sense.
the most perfect thing I've ever heard in my life.
Actually, the more perfect thing is if we're to lose to Yu Yu Hakusho,
Exactly.
because then the debate would be over.
Exactly.
That is, he's not wrong.
So I'm going to vote for
Wrong.
Dragon Ball Z for that reason.
I
I'm a Dragon Ball
love
Z.
IGPX, but it's
Cullen,
this-
you're physically hurting.
I know, but come on, man, it makes sense.
I'll throw it with
I
IGPX.
almost got a Vegeta tattoo today.
Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, easy. Come on. So Dragon Ball Z knocks out IGPX 3-2. We're into the semifinals now with Big O versus Reboot and Yu Yu Hakusho versus Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, boy.
Big O versus Reboot.
Big O.
Big O, the perfect
Big O.
anime.
It's Big O.
Big
That's a
O.
Big O.
That's a
That's a
sweet
Big O sweep.
Clean up. Clean up.
BOS right there.
Somehow things got real cut and dry here at the end.
Clean up.
Oh, yeah.
Big O sweeps out Reboot 5-0, moving into the finals. So we have Yu Yu Hakusho versus Dragon Ball Z in the last round of the semifinals.
Yu Yu
Okay.
Hakusho.
Okay.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Poetic justice.
I'm gonna still vote towards Dragon Ball Z. I don't think I'm not gonna fault you guys for voting Yu Yu Hakusho. I love it. The thing is, I have such good memories of Yu Yu Hakusho that, like, I'd say probably a year and a half ago, I tried to rewatch it, and the first like 3 episodes, like, I couldn't get through them. I was bored, and I just, but yeah, I'll throw one towards Dragon Ball Z. But
Also, Yu Yu Hakusho has a dub theme.
Yep.
It's true.
Well,
Dragon Ball Z has Dragon Rock the Dragon.
But that's not even a dub.
Don't stop,
Yeah.
we're alone now.
Yeah, if they would have dubbed something, if they would have made some cheesy lyrics on top of cha la, then that would have been a good dub theme. But Yu Yu Hakusho had
they fight like a big like ogre monster in the opening and stuff, right? Like,
yeah.
Probably.
I love both of these a lot, so I'm just
also high school uniforms.
That's true, but I'm a DBZ vote here.
we should, you know what, Greg? In the episode art, can you like look through DeviantArt and find a picture of Kuwabara going Super Saiyan?
Okay, I'll make sure that comes up. That'll be in the show notes, everybody.
Yu Yu Hakusho knocks out Dragon Ball Z 3-2. We're into the bronze match first before we get into the finals. So we have Reboot versus Dragon Ball Z.
All right,
Sorry,
so we
Reboot.
need to explain whatever loses this gets dunked in the dirty toilet water. If you want to dunk DBZ in the dirty toilet water right now,
It doesn't deserve that. It already is
Yeah, it
winning.
definitely doesn't deserve that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it doesn't
could be
deserve it.
done.
It doesn't deserve it.
I'll read.
Reboot looks like the dirty toilet water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
he's
would
not
kind of be
wrong.
right at home.
Dragon Ball Z vote for me.
Dragon Ball Z vote for me.
Yeah.
I'll be a DBZ vote.
There it is.
All right, Dragon Ball Z knocks out Reboot 4-1. We got Big O versus Yu Yu Hakusho in
What
the
a weird
finals.
finals.
I am such a big O vote. I
That's funny because I'm absolutely a Yu Yu Hakusho vote.
figured. I see. The thing is, like, I totally get the appeal of Yu Yu Hakusho. It just wasn't for me. I couldn't do it. Big O is so deep inside my heart. I cannot explain it.
Oh man.
Is that like? Did you get that looked at? Like, is that?
I
sure you're
I
okay?
need it there to live. I have a repulsor in my chest.
I mean, yeah, like, okay, on one hand, like, Big O is a very unique show. Like, it takes influences from very obvious places, but it goes in a very cool and individual direction with it. Yu Yu Hakusho is like, it fits into a mold of a kind of anime, but boy, it gets pretty weird with it too. I
think Yu Yu Hakusho, and not to discredit the Big O, I think Yu Yu Hakusho feels more Toonami to me.
I disagree.
It feels more Toonami than the show that was funded by
Yeah,
Toonami.
no,
Right, no,
fucking
hear me out. The only time I ever watched Big O was in the night, like the nighttime, like the Saturday Toonami block that when it came out. Like,
well, then
that's
you
fair.
fucked up.
no,
Yu Yu
hold on,
Hakusho-
because
Yu Yu
it premiered
Hakusho.
in the Saturday block, Greg.
Yeah.
So it was nighttime. Yu Yu Hakusho, for some reason, I remember it coming on in the afternoon. So I would catch You're right. I would come home. I would like watch a bunch of stuff, do some homework really quick, and then DBZ would be on, and then Yu Yu Hakusho would either be before or after, somewhere in that block, in that afternoon block. And for some reason that like really felt like high school to me. And I think Big O is fantastic. Yeah, I'm old. Yeah, I'm old as hell. Yu Yu Hakusho for me is probably going to be my vote here. And that hurts me because I love both of these
2-1
things
right
a
now.
lot.
John Brennan.
Yusuke could point his finger and shoot.
Roger could touch his wrist and call a robot.
He could.
I can't vote yet. I gotta think a little bit more.
Just think about Kuwabara going Super Saiyan. Just keep thinking about that.
Dude.
I've been trying to become Kuwabara since I was like 10.
I've been trying to become Roger. I've been trying to become Dorothy, for Christ's
I've
sake.
been trying to build my robot waifu for years.
Exactly. I need votes.
Where's Brennan?
What are the numbers at?
It's 2 for Yu Yu Hakusho, 1 for Big O.
Oh, well, that's funny because Big O's the perfect anime.
Oh,
so
no.
Thank you.
Okay.
John,
Okay.
you know in your heart that, like, I get
Don't
that Yu Yu
start that,
Hakusho
Greg.
might be
Don't
more
start
iconic
that.
and
Don't
emblematic
you
of
start
certain
that
things.
shit. John, you vote however you feel like. What do you feel stronger about? You vote for that. Don't start iconic shit.
You just all of a sudden you hear Kuwabara from
I'm just saying. I'm 6'7" and I'm 320 pounds.
That's a good argument.
I'm just
Good
gonna throw
argument.
that on the table.
John, I need a vote.
And John, he's not that far from you. So
John, I had to go through it with Big O and Sailor Moon.
And you got a moment to think about it.
I did, you're right.
To weigh your decision.
And then I came to clarity.
Oh boy. I'm being pulled from both sides. Big O appeals to me on an art level, but like Yu Yu Hakusho is about like delinquent kids getting into trouble and making good on them, like their own lives.
I do love delinquent kids.
Oh, like freaking Kuwabara, like everyone's such a like shitbag in that show, but they learn to be good. What does Roger learn, huh?
Oh, it learns friggin' his identity and he gets his memories back.
Yeah.
Yeah, real valuable lesson for everyone to take home.
don't forget things.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, that is a great lesson.
I reached a decision and it was very difficult.
I'm about to leave the room.
Correctly.
I don't know if I want to hear
Correctly.
this.
Let him talk.
And I'm voting for this one because I think it's probably going to stand the test of time better. I'm voting Big O.
Jesus Christ.
Yes!
I'm leaving the fucking show.
Right answer.
This is the best bracket ever.
Right answer.
All right.
Yes.
Big O knocks out Yu Yu Hakusho 3-2 to become the number 1 best Toonami show. Yu Yu Hakusho obviously takes the second position. Dragon Ball Z is in third place, and Reboot takes Dirty Toilet Water.
Oh, I'm so relieved. Thank you, John. I think
But-
Jesse honestly got up and left.
Either one of those would have been totally fine with me.
Second place is an honorable position.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And it finally got to beat Dragon Ball Z.
That's
True.
Yeah. It got to be the top notch. All right. Well, that was fun. Brennan, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. It was a blast. I'd love to do it again.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Anytime. And you got anything to plug out there? You got any promos or anything? You want to cut a promo? You can.
Yeah, see, that's the weird thing, because whenever I come on something and they ask if I have anything to plug, I'm like, well, I play football in the fall. So
Right.
you could watch me play football, but other than that, just follow me on Twitter, Great Black Otaku. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, awesome. Well, again, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
All right,
I'm
guys.
going to hang out with Brennan. We're going to talk anime.
But he voted Big O, so
Yeah, he has better taste.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm willing to forgive.
I'll teach you what good taste is all about.
Yeah, okay.
I'll
All right.
improve because clearly Big O is the patrician choice.
There you go.
There it is. The number 1. All right, guys. Well, you can find us at bracketpodcast.com and on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram as BracketCast. If you'd like, you can subscribe to us on iTunes or whatever podcast client you do use. Just search for Bracket.
Beep, beep, boo, beedly boodly boo. Hey, it's Greg with Patreon update. Huge thank you this week to Nick Driver, Dane Peterson, John Jordan, Jeff Criswell, Brandon, Lindsay, Mitch Albright, Wilkus Leka, Kayla Smith, Anarchy Marie, Brandon Cranford, and Michael Zavala. Thank you guys so much for letting us continue to do Bracket. It's a huge, cool thing. And we just paid our hosting for the full year, so we all feel very cool. You can find the Bracket Patreon at patreon.com/bracket. There's a lot of cool stuff up there. At $5 a month, you get access to exclusive 8-entry episodes. We just did Best John, which includes Lil John, John the Baptist, John Wayne, John Deere. There's some real cool ones in there. And at $10 a month, we're going to send you physical postcards with all of the episode art on them. It's a neat little bundle. I just got mine, and I want to let you know I've built a shrine to myself, which feels cool. You should do it. It's a lot of fun. $20 a month gets you into the T-shirt of the month club. We mail you a shirt every month. People are getting their My Dog Ate It and the Drunk Uncle vs. Goth Cousin shirts. Very cool. I'm very excited to announce that, whatever, I don't care. I'll just say what it is. What do I care? The next shirt is going to be for The Woods, which was the winner of Best Place to Get in a Fight. It's going to be a very fun design once John is through finals panels and actually has a hot second to draw it. So thank you again. I'll get back to the show. You're almost done with this podcast. You can go listen to another podcast now.
Leave us a review. Yeah, well, you don't have to,
Don't
but we would
leave any
appreciate it.
reviews.
I'll tell you what. No, you guys leave a review about how bad these.
No.
This
no.
week,
Go
leave a review on our iTunes page, but not for Bracket. Leave it for Dragon Ball Z.
Well, or any like go to
Review
your shelf,
Dragon Ball Z on our iTunes page.
pull an anime off your shelf and review that. Give us a review on like the box office, the box like
Whatever
packaging
box
of the-
set you have.
Yeah.
Give us
Leave us a review of Cat Planet Cuties.
I'm going to review Serial Experiments Lane.
Give Brennan a shout out.
I'm gonna review Bible Black.
Oh, perfect.
God.
Love it. The official anime of Bracket.
Yeah, why wasn't Bible Black on there? That's what I'm
That's
trying to
the
figure out.
most Toonami show I can think of.
That's the first show I ever saw on Toonami.
Bible Brack?
Go look it up, Jesse. You'll love it.
Go run
I know.
Go rent Bible Brack. We'll see you guys next week.
Oh, God.
Doing a professional radio show on the internet.